Hey plant friends, welcome back to She Has Plants. In today's video we're gonna go through all my plants rapid fire, see what's thriving, just surviving, who's surprising me this spring. Alocasia brancifolia, listen, there are no leaves, but I put the roots in some perlite, and this is part of my houseplant rehab series. It's living in a cloche under a grow light, and I will update you if you follow that series. Be sure to subscribe to see more. Here we have my asparagus fern, which I've had for exactly a month. Isn't that sweet? Next we have my Begonia Fannie Moser. I took a top cut and now I have it on my north facing windowsill in the living room rather than the north facing windowsill in the bedroom. I have the cutting in water. Then we have my Brasiliopuntia brasiliensis. This is actually putting out new pads, which is really exciting thanks to the Scentsy Grow Light clip that they sent me. Now I'm an affiliate, and if you need anything on that website, you can get 32% off with my affiliate code, which is AL32. This is my Calathea lancifolia, which is still a bit fussy, but I knew it was getting too much light before on my grow light shelf, so I put it here with my north facing window right beside my Monstera deliciosa, and it's getting indirect light now, so we'll just see how it goes. Ceropegia woodii, also in my plant rehab series. It's growing and I have propagations of it in my perlite, and it just loves this window. It loves direct sunlight in the west facing window, and it has this beautiful sun stressing. Codiaeum variegatum, aka the crotons, and they are doing better. Now, they're recovering from leaf drop, and there's plenty of new growth sprouting from the stem, and I have this in my plant rehab series, so fingers crossed they'll do much better when it gets warm enough for me to put them on the balcony. Dracaena trifasciata, aka snake plant, completely low maintenance. Look, it's just vibes. It really doesn't do much. I'm just keeping it here, and it's making some new leaves. Next we have my Echeveria. I swapped it to one of my west facing windows because it was just really not happy even under the grow light this winter. So we'll see how it goes. It's small enough to fit on this windowsill. On darker days, I like to put it under my Scentsy Grow Light as well. Epipremnum aurorium golden, otherwise known as the golden pothos. It's kind of hard for me to show you because right now it is behind this plant rack, and I put it back on the bamboo trellis so that I could use my acrylic houseplant essentials hoop on another plant. I have a second prop of this right in my living room on top of a bookshelf. It doesn't get that much light, but you know, it's a golden pothos. It survives and it thrives. This Pothos Marble Queen is so easygoing, and yeah, it's gorgeous. I love it. Here are my Cebu blue cuttings. This plant tried to croak on me, got it to root again, put it into perlite, and I'm not in a rush to transfer it into soil yet. Here is my Ficus elastica burgundy, and oh my goodness, the new leaf now is so big and beautiful. I put it here in the west window because I just want it to grow. I want it to get nice and big. And then later I'll move it back into my living room again. Ficus elastica shiveriana. Growing steadily, usually under my grow light. Well, it's under the grow light now, but the grow light's not. It's honestly, it's happy. It gets indirect light when I don't turn the grow light on, but it made a new leaf recently. Quite happy. Here is my Hoya compacta. I had it under a cloche before, under my grow light, and it was doing badly. It was starting to lighten and it was getting leaf damage. As soon as I put it at my west facing window and just left it alone, it started to darken again. It really seems to prefer natural sunlight. See, this is where the damage was, and I cut it off, and then there's a little weird hole. There's some nice new growth, thankfully. Hoya crassi petiolata. It loves the cloche on the plant shelf. I put both re-rooted cuttings that I had together in some perlite, and it has me thinking of switching certain plants to DIY pond. So I'll talk to you guys more about that later, but look at her. Look, she's beautiful. Next we have Hoya curtisii. It loves being in this plastic prop box. I just noticed that in perlite, it starts making juicier roots than ever, and the leaves are starting to size up and thicken. I'm just so happy with this. Hoya Hischkeliana. Listen, it got some wrinkled leaves last weekend. I was worried about it, so I cut off 2 strands and put those in water. I'm keeping a watchful eye on this, and there are some roots that looked dead when I pulled it out of the pot, but I'm just not ready to disturb the root ball. I just want to see how it does as the soil dries out, and then, I don't know. Hey, if you are on Instagram or TikTok, you can check me out on there. My handle is SheHasPlants, so go follow me there. Hoya Crimson Princess. She has a few reverted leaves, but the new growth is coming in nicely, and I wonder if I add the reverted leaf cuttings back into the pot to make it thicker or not. Maybe in a bigger pot, I don't know. I'm still contemplating. Then we have my Hoya Crimson Queen. She is a stunner, bright and happy, has one vine with ugly leaves for some weird reason. You see this one right here, but she is springing in new growth. Next we have Hoya Croniana, and it got wrinkled leaves again, but this time I'm not worried because I have insurance cuttings. I'm just watching it after my last watering to see if it fills up again, as in like unwrinkles, but yeah, I'm keeping a close eye on it. See, that's freaking annoying. I don't know what happened. Something with the watering for sure. Hoya latifolia variegated. Now, I had 4 small pots like this. Now I only have 1. I had to trim down the roots and restart because they were starting to die off in the substrate. This is why I'm heavily considering pon, because the roots just didn't take to the soil properly, or maybe I should have waited, but I think they were like 3 inches long by the time I put them in soil, so it was just such a downer, but here they are back in water. As long as they stay alive, I'm okay. Then we've got Hoya linearis. I'm running some cuttings in perlite and some more in water. Once the water ones catch up, I am planning to consolidate everything into one pot because it's a bit bare. This is also in my houseplant rehab series. I'm not sure if you can tell on camera, but these are fuzzy and so fun to touch. I actually have 2 Hoya Matildes. This is the one my boyfriend gave me for Valentine's Day, and here's the one I bought myself. Look how big this leaf is. It makes no sense to me. It looks so carnosa. Apparently, the look of it and the size and shape of the leaves change depending on the lighting conditions. I think ordinary Hoya pubicalyx. I put it on a different trellis. I'm not totally sold yet. Here we have the Hoya pubicalyx Splash. It's a rapid grower. Man, I stacked some Dollarama trellises to just see the vine up. It's growing so nicely. Very happy with that. Hoya retusa is filling up on this round trellis very nicely. Next we have my gorgeous Hoya Wyetii. Oh my goodness, bushy and thirsty. I love the look of this one, and I can't wait to put it in a basket one day, have it trailing. I don't know, it's just so cute. One thing I will say about this is it does show damage. You see these areas where there are little white spots? Yeah, anytime you knock it and it cracks, it just leaks a bunch of white sap. Then we've got Kalanchoe Blessfeldiana. I split the cuttings of it into a few different pots. It got mealybugs and it had some leaf damage. I'm just gonna restart it again. It's fine. It's in my plant rehab series as well. Here's my Ludisia discolor, and you know what? It's actually doing okay. I have a prop going for it, and I talked about it in my plant rehab series because I just feel like the pot is a little bit bare and I'd like to fill it up some more. But for the most part, absolutely stunning, very easygoing, and doesn't need that much light. Mammillaria spinosissima. La pinguita is what we call it. Oh my goodness, look at them balls. The tip is a bit etiolated, but whatever. When it comes time for me to put the AC back up is when I'm gonna need to repot this, because it's actually on a piece of acrylic that I need for my AC setup. I'm thinking of, well, I've told you guys this before, I'm thinking of taking off the balls and just kind of creating a smaller arrangement, maybe putting it outside for the hotter months. Monstera deliciosa almost needs no introduction. Up on top is its newest leaf. I have it tucked in here between the wall and the desk, and I'm super happy with this. So second to last leaf, which is the one on the very right there is the most fenestrated with the most inner fenestrations. One on top is the newest leaf, which came out not so long ago, and I thought it would be smaller, but it's about the same size as this guy. Most fenestrated leaf is a bit shorter. Anyways, I know you guys don't care about the size of it. Overall, it's such an easygoing plant, and it has such a big spot in my heart. Here's my Oxalis triangularis. I keep it now in front of the balcony door because it just gets light and I don't open this door super often. A lot of its blooms have started to come off, but it is just always blooming for me and shedding and just doing something. It's huge. She's a big girl. Peperomia obtusifolia, otherwise known as baby rubber plant. Listen, not my favorite, but it was my mom's and I'm rehabbing it. It used to be much bigger, but whatever. It's still alive. It needs a little wash and clean. Here is my Phalaenopsis orchid. Now the first bloom came in, I think February 3rd. These blooms have all been open for at least a month now, and I just enjoy them whenever I come into the room. They remind me of Mum. I took a year and a half to get this to bloom. It's crazy. Definitely worth it. Philodendron Brazil. Oh my goodness, it's putting out some new leaves. Lovely. And the colors are popping. I have this on my shelf now, as you can see. And yeah, absolutely love the foliage on this. Love the watercoloring of the variegation. So beautiful and easygoing. Next we have my Philodendron urubescens. Pink princess, basically. It probably needs a moss pole. The new leaf is so pretty. Look at that thing. Oh, beauty. Yeah, I've just been lazy to put it on a moss pole. I actually have a moss pole for this. Do you think I should take a top cut to put it on, or do I figure out how to put, I don't know. Maybe it's too tall for a moss pole right this second without actually just taking a top cut and propping. Let me know in the comments if you have any recommendations for me. But I'm also just really enjoying it like this. I know it's not necessarily gonna size up that much, but oh well. Next we have the Philodendron micans. It was just not doing good in the pot. And I hate the way these leaves look right now, but it's just, it is what it is. Some of them are rooting up at least. I think I'd have better luck rooting this up in perlite. Here is my Paraíso Verde, and I updated the nursery. It's doing so good, you guys, and it's starting to get lighter. I think as it gets warmer, the variegation will start to show, probably by the summer, because I think it's temperature dependent, if I'm not mistaken. My Pilea peperomoides got lighter due to, I think, a mineral deficiency or something. Anyway, there's always fertilizer in the water that I use to water it. So we'll just see. And yeah, it's looking a bit crazy because I don't rotate it all the time. And you know what? I want it to look weird. I don't care. I want like a nice crooked one. This one here is Cuban oregano or cerveza lime. It's fragrant, it's fluffy. I love to like cuddle up to it because then my fingers smell like it. I just updated the pot to a slightly larger nursery. Oh my goodness, I love this plant so much. It's so soft. Next, Rhipsalis pilocarpa. Oh my goodness, weird, but I love it. I love how wild it looks. It firmed up after the last butt chug I gave it, and I still have it split into 2 pots. I just like having it in these clay pots, and I have these things from IKEA. Plastic, and it's just so convenient. I love the way this looks. Schlumbergera truncata. This is the one with the pink flowers that is crazy old. You can just tell because look at the corking. It was actually blooming recently, and the one at my boyfriend's mom's place, because I gave her the second one that my mom propagated, it's blooming constantly because she's got these insane large south-facing windows with no obstruction. The second one that I got at Christmas time with white blooms is doing okay. I had to rehabilitate it and cut it up because it rotted on the bottom, so I rerouted them. And actually, this isn't all I have. I have this and these 2 cups down here. Look at how rooted up it is, and even the aerial roots are just shooting out everywhere, and they have new growth. Oh my gosh, look how cute they are. Sedum burrito now, not under the grow light anymore. It seems to prefer natural light. That's what I've noticed. And look at that. There's even some new growth. Syngonium, what I believe to be pink perfection. Yeah, it's not doing crazy hot right now. It didn't like being by the heaters in the later months of winter, but it was doing fine November, October-ish. So I don't know, we'll just have to see. Once you underwater one of these guys and you get droopy leaves, they stay droopy for evs. So I think I gotta trim those off. So prune it and I don't know, figure something out. Let me know if you're good at Syngonium in the comments down below and give me some recos. Subscribe for more videos. I do these once a month and I'm doing a rehab series on my channel where I do updates every 3 months. There's just so much stuff, houseplant styling, etc. If you have requests, comment below. I look forward to seeing you in my next video.